Get here now. You're on.
Right, so we're on about sound right now. To start off with the nominees, we'll go through sound mixing first. So do you want to
First
start,
up
Ethan?
is The Joker with Tom Osnich, Todd A. Mitchell, and Dean Zufansix.
And for Ford versus Ferrari, we have Steve A. Marrow, Paul Macy, and David Gamarco.
And for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, we have Mitchell Minkler, Mark Unlana, Christian Minkler.
And for Ad Astra, we have Tom Johnson, Mark Ulano again, and Gary Rydstrom.
And for 1917, we have Stuart Wilson and Mark Taylor.
And going on to sound editing, we first have 1917.
Oliver Tarney, 1917, and Richard Tate.
For Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Will Stutman, Once Upon a Time.
for Ford versus Ferrari, we have Donald Sylvester.
And Alan Robert Murray in Joker.
For Star Wars, we have two. We have Matthew Wood and Dave Ackrell. And that is it for the nominees. We'll go on to the movies. Right, so starting off with Star Wars, obviously I have to say this out loud right now, to create a sound for something that doesn't really exist in the world is very hard, I've got to say.
Yeah, it does deserve quite a bit of comment.
Yeah, I do think it is quite an underrated factor. Like a lightsaber, for example, definitely could be a hard sound to make. If you think about it, if you had no lightsaber sound originally, for someone to actually think of a sound for that.
And also the laser blast, I mean.
Yeah, like everything is just so well thought out. To actually think of a sound, to put over the top of that. To
and
make
the
sound.
engines of the spaceships.
Well, yeah, everything. At the end of the day, there's a lot of stuff in Star Wars that doesn't really exist, and over the years, they've made a very, very good effort of like doing that.
And the monsters as well, they have fantastic sounds of the monsters. I don't even really hear them, don't sound similar to Jurassic Park or any other sci-fi adventure horror movies. It's really quite something.
Obviously the soundtrack in Star Wars as well is well known over the years. Obviously in The Rise of Skywalker, great soundtrack as well, didn't let us down at all. But the sound and everything to do with Star Wars, I've got to give it a thumbs up on that one. Not exactly the top tier on my list, on the list of the nominees, but definitely up there, a good effort from Star Wars, and I do think it's very
when it
good.
comes to Wars on Earth, we have 1917. The sound of that is phenomenal. That is quite something that should be commended as... it really does feel like you're in the moments of the movie. You feel like you're there with the soldiers running from the planes, in the explosions, going through the quiet fields, tension of the area, not knowing whether or not there's a sniper training position. It really does feel like the moments you're really in it.
Again, another movie that's back in time. It's something that doesn't exist in its current age, especially like recreating sounds from previous years. It's obviously going to be different to modern day guns, isn't it? Just recreating sounds from there must be very, very hard, and I think they smashed that as a job for a movie that was made all the way back almost 100 years ago now. Moving on to Ford versus Ferrari then. Probably my favourite film in terms of audio on this list. I have a lot to say about this film, I've got to say. I think someone who actually was in charge of this really put some planning into this. Every scene was well thought out. I thought that was amazing. Another thing, obviously I mentioned about 1917 being back in time. Very good recreation of the engine noises. I thought the engines were amazing in Ford versus Ferrari. Even things like you could hear the keys jingling in the car when they were driving. Every little detail like that was very well planned out. I've got to say the audio was amazing in Ford versus Ferrari.
Honestly, Joker was a fantastic movie and the sound was good, but it's just for sound mixing, I wouldn't say so, because it really does. It more phases out and more tries to do some more surreal feeling for the film, so it really doesn't. The ambient sounds of the environment don't really play much part in it, and but the music was good and it played really well. But when it comes to sound mixing, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I do agree. I don't think the audio was as intense and as wow factor in the Joker as most other movies on the list. I've got to say though, the Joker did do a really good job of matching the audio to the actual film itself. I guess it was a really good supporting factor in the actual film. Overall, the Joker wasn't spot on in terms of audio, but it was definitely up there. As always, these nominees definitely going to be up there. Definitely not my favourite on this list, but very good overall.
But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is, I think, a fantastic movie. It was more of obviously more music rather than environmental audio, and obviously it was pretty good. The creation, how it created the city, would have been difficult on set, and also to capture the sound and not have planes flying by. That is definitely something that was very impressive.
You can almost feel like you're in the scene sometimes, and you really get carried away with getting into the scene.
Going from the past to the future, what do you think of Ad Astra?
Well, Ad Astra, just like Star Wars, creating sounds for something that doesn't really fully exist, obviously is going to be a challenge. It really got you into the scene, it really gave a kick to it and actually made you think about the scene. The bass was amazing, the matching to the actual film itself was great, and I thought it really gave a good effect to the actual film itself.
So, which one do you think will actually win?
Well, I've got to pick two on this list. Ad Astra and Ford vs Ferrari are my top two on this list without a doubt. If there's any movie to watch, Ad Astra is the one for audio. Really good movie in terms of suspense. How about you?
I'll definitely say Ad Astra as well. It puts you in the moment.
My name's been Lewis Rowe.
And I'm Ethan Fulger.
Thank you for watching. This has been Audio.
Good night.